Hey, I'm making this channel to focus on a Bible study. I've been doing this for a couple of days now. I've been wanting to really get into consistently reading the Bible and studying the Word. Um, Someone I know told me, gave this example of reading the Bible is like like riding in a helicopter above the city, and studying the Bible is like being in the city. So I thought that was really interesting. So I wanted to start this Bible study where I just kind of go chapter by chapter and just think of every lesson in any chapter, no matter what the chapter is, and just think, how can I apply this to my life? So that's something that I've been trying to do and be consistent with, and I think that documenting it, um, I also write it down every single day, but like just making this video because video creation is what I'm truly passionate about. So I think merging those together will help me stay consistent. Um, this isn't for this is just for me to be accountable with myself. So if you found this channel, that's kind of crazy because I didn't tell a single soul about this one. So, but if you did, then great, because hopefully this will inspire you or encourage you. So today I read Genesis 45. I've been going through Genesis now. It's in the story of Joseph. Um, and today's chapter was the chapter where Joseph revealed his identity to his brothers. For context, Joseph's brothers were jealous of him because he was the favorite, and they sold him into slavery, into Egypt. But he ended up becoming one of the most successful and powerful men in Egypt after a while. And there's so many lessons in each chapter of like just the way that Joseph acts and how he was able to become successful in a place where he didn't want to be and didn't think he belonged. But in this chapter, you kind of realize that he did belong there, and that was the whole plan the whole time. Um, but yeah, Joseph's brothers come to Egypt, um, and after a while, Joseph reveals to him who he really is, because they don't know that he's their brother. They just think he's this powerful man in Egypt who's um, going to take advantage of them. Uh, but Joseph reveals himself to his brothers and starts weeping, um, telling them, "I am Joseph," asking if his father is still alive. His brothers are speechless. But the main point, what I really got from this chapter and what I wrote down, is that God does everything for good. It was all part of God's plan to send Joseph to Egypt, a place where he started out as a slave. Um, it was all part of God's plan for him to go through that. I can only imagine terrible, terrible time being sold by your own brothers. Like, the Bible doesn't really go into that, but like, just think of the trauma, the emotional trauma from that. But God works through Joseph to get him up to this point where he's powerful and he's successful in Egypt, so he can help his family. And God sends Joseph's brothers to Egypt, where Joseph is powerful, so he can help them because of the famine coming. So the main goal, the main takeaway, and what I can sort of put in my life, is to always trust in Him, because He always knows what He's doing, like literally all the time, and that's like just as true today. And that's so encouraging, and that's so freeing to know that you don't have to worry. Um, God, when bad things happen to you, like, it's all part of God's plan. And you hear people say that if you've grown up in a Christian family or a Christian environment. You've heard people say that, but it's so true. And just the older that I get and the more life experience I get, I realize that that's true. Like, every experience that made me uncomfortable, every experience that made me sad, angry, like, it all just works out. And if it hasn't worked out yet, I know it will. So But that's the main takeaway from today, from Genesis 45. I want to try to do this every day, just film a little bit about what I learned. I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert or super mature Christian. I'm not a teacher. I'm just someone reading the Bible and trying to be consistent with it. And this is me trying to stay accountable with myself. Also, so I can look back on every day and be like, I did my Bible study every day, and then I can look and I can watch back. Because the way my brain works, I'll always be able to watch back better than I can read back. So, all right. See you tomorrow. Bye.